All
Hi
right.
guys, welcome to Coffee Conversations. I would like to introduce our first ever guest, Avanti Tandon. She's a content creator on Instagram who has grown her page because of her iconic reels and hilarious relatability. Thanks for being here, Avanti.
Thanks for having me. This is the highlight of my day.
That's great. Thank you.
So, Avanti, we have like a few questions for you since this is a mini podcast. How are you doing today?
I've
How
been
has your
better.
day been?
Like I said, highlight of my day. It's been stressful. I've had exams over the last few weeks. Today was my last exam, and this is probably stress relief. This is relief. I don't know how many people would say it, but being pestered with with questions that aren't study related is stress relief.
So you mean to say we chose the perfect day to record a podcast? Okay,
Absolutely.
is that right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Acha. So I would like to ask you we found you through Instagram a few months ago. I found you through Instagram. So could you tell us something about your Instagram journey so far?
Well, I started uploading videos back in long okay, if you're ready for quite a conversation. I
We
started
are.
uploading videos about the same October, November last year. And it has started because my friends were making fun of TikTokers. They were, I think by then TikTok wasn't banned, or so they would send me some really bad TikToks. I was like, fine, if you don't like, I'll start uploading reels. I'll start doing, they were making fun of reels, they were making fun of TikTok. And I was like, I'll start uploading reels then. Just as it was supposed to be ironic at first. And I would do if you saw my earliest content, I do really cringy, like an ironic version of cringe reels. So that was how it started. But like few, then one of the other reels, like I am going on. I moved from ironic stuff and I just started doing stuff that I found funny. I used to find these small little audio clips of movies and stuff, and I'd see people putting them over comedic skits sort of things, and I really find them entertaining. I found those were the pages that I followed, so I started doing something like that, and one of the videos, three of the videos in a row blew up, and I got like at least 1,000 followers in a day.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
not a day,
My God.
over like in a week, I think, more like a week.
Wow.
So that blew my mind, and so it's been quite an up and down, right? More recently, I've learned to pace myself because I think a few months ago, I had uploaded for 2 months straight. I'd uploaded a reel every day, and I'd been diligent with it. And I would make myself sick over the whole content engagement part of it, but it's gotten better. I've learned to control
Uh,
myself and pace myself.
See, I think
Yeah.
that about the cringe part you mentioned, every creator starts with cringe. There is no creator on this planet who is like good at first. So you start with
No,
cringe,
I think
gets like a little less cringe, and you start learning.
no, it was more of a cringe in the way that I was making fun of cringe stuff. So it
Okay,
wasn't
I
serious.
thought that you
I
don't
mean, I'm
like your
not. It's
videos.
not serious either.
Acha.
No, no, no. Of course I do. No, it started out that way. Now it's the format has changed.
Because if I look at my first log right now, it is bad. It is really bad. Everything is bad.
Again, practice.
Yeah,
Practice makes better.
yeah.
Perfect, just better.
One thing you also talked about consistency. Like you uploaded a video like I think every day for 2 months, right? Yeah. So
Consistency
how
is
how do
key.
you create that mindset?
You don't really. It's just a thing that you put an alarm for, and you just do it because you think it's fun, and you do it because you like it, and you do it because it's something that sustains you. After you make it, it's harder at first than it is later, but then you barrel through. You do it, you put a timer, you decide to make a video, you upload it. It's like a schedule. You have schedules, follow them. Same thing with this. It's consistency. But the thing is, with consistency, it leads to burnout. If you're uploading 3-4 reels a day, and
Oh,
you're uploading every day, that's gonna burn you out big time. And it did burn me out, and I had nothing in my head, and my people saw the content level drop, and so I decided to take a break. Just to know when to take a break is key as well.
Avanti, do you run
I
out
see.
of ideas or do you run out of content? Because that has happened with me a lot, even when it comes to reels.
That's called burnout. That's called burnout.
Yeah,
When you run out of ideas, you get tired, that's called burnout, and that's when you know when to take a
because
break.
sometimes what
That's
happens
like
with
the
me is
perfect
that
time.
I have ideas, but I'm like just mentally too tired. Like, for example,
That is
in
it.
reels, you have to act a little. So I'm not even in that mood to act. I'm just like, I have this idea, maybe I'll execute tomorrow. So does that happen?
See, for that, I have a notes app. Everyone has a notes app. You store those
Yeah,
ideas, you save your audios, you say, you decide, I'm not in a mood for it, I don't want to do it right now. You pick a date sometime, maybe a week from now. There's like zero pressure here, unless you are monetizing and this is like your entire life. Being that'll come up later in this conversation. But like, always, if you have an idea, note it down somewhere, approach it later. That's all
You
you
know,
can.
I've seen, all these study with me videos. So they created, an ambiance, a mood for productivity. So before you start, shooting your reels, is there a ritual which you go through to prepare your mind at, like, I have to perform right now. There might be multiple takes, but this is the reel. Do you have something like that?
I can't remember. I think the only thing I do is sit on the toilet for like 30 minutes prior. That's my ritual. That's my ritual. That's all I do.
It's a great ritual, must say.
It's a great ritual. It works. Okay, it works. And
see, your
that's all
mind
I'm
needs
saying.
to be clear, okay? You don't need to have anything in your mind, especially studies and stuff. Bad. How are your
Take
audience
your time.
interactions like? So, are you interacting with your audience? Are there any creeps? Kind-hearted,
Oh,
good
so
people?
many.
Apart from
There are
us,
so
okay.
many good people. I think the most consistent, there's been, my friend group is the most consistent. Like, two people I really like, and those two people are the first people that comment on my videos, and they're the people I look forward to. For their interaction is what matters to me most. I mean, the other interaction is great. It is, I get a lot of it. Sometimes I get a lot, sometimes I don't, and that's fine. That happens when you're a creator. And to say what my demographic is, what I've noticed, it's basically people between the ages of 18 to, that's too clinical, but like, 18 to 24, that kind of thing is my interaction. And yes, I do get creeps. I get so many creeps. I block them, I don't interact, they go away. Honestly, the only thing, the if you want more the creeps are just gonna be there. It's a fact of life. There's no fighting back. There's no, the more you fight back, the more they come to you.
But like sometimes
That
I've
mindset.
observed that the statements these creeds make, sometimes those statements stay in your head and you shouldn't let them get to you. So how do you tackle that?
I mean, it's a difference between creep and hater. A creep is someone who sends really sexual related stuff. A hater slash troll, I mean, you have filters on Instagram, so you can easily filter them out. And yeah, I think, okay, this brings me back to March 2021. Yes, this year. One of the, I think that was around the time one of the reels blew up. And that was the first time one of my reels blew up. I think I got like 10 million views of, okay,
Oh
not
my
10,
God.
maybe 8ish, 8 million views.
Wow.
And yeah, hey, no, 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 I got a lot more hate than I got, like, because I felt like every second comment, actually more than that, 90%, I felt like my 90% of my comment section was filled with trolls and creeps and haters and all that kind of, that group of people. And I'd be spending my time going through the comments, and I'd be deleting them, and I'd be worried about them, and I just feel I was in such a bad mental state back then, and it would kill me, till my friend was like, delete Instagram, just I mean, not the account, but just delete the app off your phone, distance yourself from it, don't post, don't interact, don't do anything. And that was probably the best advice. That's the reason I'm still making reels, because at that point I wanted to quit, and I would have quit, because like you can't,
Look,
a lot of people say that don't let xyz get to you, don't let these creeps slash haters get to you, but it's easier said than done. They will get to you, and the only thing you can do is distance yourself from them.
Correct.
okay. So listen, I have a question for you. Okay. And so the question is, what made you reply to my DM?
i
So many creeps.
I don't know how you, I think you've created this version of this content creator in your head. Somehow you made me a lot more famous than I am. I see all my messages. As long as they're not creepy, I usually respond to these messages, and I make friends out of that.
Wow.
Most of the times it's just a hi, hello, nice to meet you, and like sometimes they reply back over and over. If they keep spamming responses, then I delete them and I don't respond back. But like if it's a nice person, and I think who doesn't, if it's a person with a profile photo and like a non-catfishy looking person, I'll respond. It's basically
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so
Non-catfishy is the biggest compliment I've
It's the
gotten
biggest.
yet.
so like being a content creator, like I personally I tend to look at my numbers a lot, and you have significant numbers. So if you start growing even more exponentially, do you think of like hiring someone to work for you, like a manager?
See, if right now, I think I'd say never, because I feel like the minute you get other people to manage a social media account, you remove a sort of authenticity from it. It's not really you interacting. It's not your content. It's just a bunch of people doing stuff for you. But then I guess why I get why people, because again, I'm not that big. You think I'm big, but like in reality, I don't think I'm that big. So I would see why bigger accounts want social media managers to like handle their. I think the difference here is like if you're a content creator, if I'm solely being a content creator, then no, because the whole reason I'm a content creator is because I have the charge of my account. People like musicians, actors, and stuff, they might want to, because for them it's not social media, it's their jobs, and social media is an added need for it, for promotions and stuff. So they'll give it away to a social media manager. So if I'm just doing a content creating job, just doing creating content, then no, then I'm definitely not gonna give it to anyone else, or neither will I plan to.
Avanti, you're talking about these big creators. Are there some creators who are big on Instagram from whom you draw inspiration? Like we all have
Have you?
inspirations, you know.
Of course, of course. Do you know Mermaid Skills? The Mermaid
Of
Yeah,
Skills?
course,
yeah.
who doesn't?
Her. She's amazing. She is,
Yeah.
and I
Absolutely.
don't know where she gets the best ideas, the best content comes from her. It's like she has not said a single word in her reels, and she's still the biggest ones I can
Yeah,
think of, because her content is iconic on her own. Her brain is on another level, and it's clear that she's been doing it for a while because she's engaging, she knows her audience, she's funny, she's creative, she's clever, she's everything.
she
So she's
came
one of my
from
biggest
TikTok,
one.
right? So
Yeah.
I think she did, yeah.
I really appreciate the fact that she came from TikTok and then established herself on Instagram, which is a huge thing because a lot of TikTokers lost their platforms, lost their audience, but I mean, she was able to do it all.
I actually found her
I
on TikTok.
dis I disagree, because I think TikTok and Instagram, like if you look at the US demographics and you look people, if you're not engaging, I feel like a lot of TikTokers do get some sort of following from TikTok to Instagram. They
Yeah,
promote their own because listen, I think TikTok, or what was TikTok, doesn't have that much of sponsorship opportunities that Instagram. Like if you've seen Instagram, there's an entire page for only content creators, and like so many tools for content creators. So a lot of TikTok people on other social medias, they filter their audience to Instagram, and using that audience, they promote their stuff, they promote products XYZ, they get sponsorships, and they get money, because Instagram is a money making business. It's all there
correct.
is. So it's more of a necessity than a skill.
If I offered you a sponsorship, what if so not I a sponsor XYZ, would you accept?
Mhm. How much are they paying?
I think that it
Uh,
Depends
depends.
on how much they're
Yeah,
paying.
good
no.
question. Good
Another
question.
thing is that it depends on what product is it is and whether she genuinely likes the product or not.
It's,
Because
yeah, okay. Yeah, of course, of course. That's the thing. I do get sponsorships. I do get people wanting to sponsor me, and those some of those stuff, I go through their pages and I do my due diligence before saying yes or no. And like people, I'm not gonna say who, but like people offer me a lot of money to create content for their pages. But the thing is that they're demanding. I can't really tell you how much, and I can't tell
Okay, okay.
yeah,
they
that's
are
fine.
for obvious reasons.
Confidentiality.
Confidentiality. I can't say that. but like they'll do it, and that's a thing that they do, and people might take them up. The reason I don't take them up is, one, because I don't think my audience appreciates, at least at this point, they won't appreciate being bombarded by products. I get products, I
Correct.
get people, some headphones and stuff, they'll be selling headphones, and this company is based somewhere in Malaysia, and I'm like, what, why would someone from my demographic be ordering from your country? Because I, most of my entire demographic is either based here or in the US, so they're not going to get stuff from Malaysia. I am giving you promotion, I'm not getting much in return. You're not
Yeah.
benefiting from it, I'm not benefiting from it. So that's how I filter out stuff. So if it's something that, like you said, Tanay, if it's something that I really believe in, I'll do it.
So I have like a final question. Rohan, do you have any more questions?
I just want to ask you that, see, comedy in India, I think the boom was on YouTube. Kenny Sebastian, there is Zakir Khan, there's Tanmay Bhatt. So I just want to ask you that from these massive Indian comedians, who's your favorite and why?
I mean, I wouldn't say any of them because I feel like all right, I feel like they keep changing. The Indian comedy scene keeps changing. But I'm gonna name another. You know, Triggered Insan, huge
I love him.
YouTuber.
Yeah.
I love him. Yeah, his stuff is. I mean, I've recently gotten into his stuff, and I think some of his videos were making fun of TikTok and the other newer TikTok copies, and like I think I really enjoyed his stuff. I mean, I'm still very new to his channel, but I think I'm gonna explore more there.
Yeah. So
Okay,
one
I'm
final
done.
question. So like, what is, in short, what will be your advice for content creators who are starting out now? In brief.
Have a backup plan. Have a backup plan.
Correct.
Don't go into it saying that I'm gonna be a content creator for life and I'm gonna make money out of it, and this is going to be my entire life. If it happens, good for you. But then the most 90% of the times, it's you're gonna have your 15 minutes of fame, and you're gonna fade away, and you're not gonna be relevant anymore, and you're not gonna make money out of it. So if you are in that, I'm still not there yet, I know I'm not there yet, and if I ever get to be, I'll be grateful. But like, if you're in currently like in the top, the most popular spots, this is advice that I've gotten. But if you're one of the popular ones who's currently on a roll, invest your money, know what to do with your money, and don't count on content creating for life, because you're gonna need a backup plan. People go through content creators like that.
Amazing.
I mean, it's
Wow.
slightly depressing, but it's reality.
It's really good advice.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Avanti. It was an
Thank you
absolute
It
so
was my
much.
pleasure.
pleasure.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming
me
on
I'm
the
too. I had
honored
so
you
much
guys
podcast.
picked
fun.
me. I'm so honored to be here. So thank you so much for inviting me. This has been a blast.
Thank you.
Are
Thank
there
you so
any
much.
other
Thank you.
questions? Uh,
I think that's it.
I think that we've
all right,
already
perfect.
exceeded our recording limit. I was expecting this podcast
That's
to be like
fine.
20 to 15 minutes, but it is going to be like 25,
That's
30.
fine. Hey,
Fine. But still. Thanks for watching the podcast and we hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Don't say bye.
Bye.
I guess that should be it for this video of Coffee Conversations. I'll be giving Avanti's Instagram link in the description below. Make sure to check her out and give her a follow. Bye.